Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk and poodlesjewellery.com because it's Sunday South and Stampin' Up on Sunday, the day of the week when I merge my two working lives together. And today I am going to show you how to make this card in a card. So it's a card with a little pocket and you can open it and you can write in it, very sweet, slip it back in its pocket on the front. I will show you how to make that, but to go with it I have got, this is mint macaron depending on where you're from. I have got the new enamel lockets. I've got two of them. I can't get very close for you because let's put it on autofocus and I will zoom in. So I've got the two new enamel lockets. So this one is white enamel rounded silver, so it's silver with white enamel. This one's silver with mint enamel. And I used to think that our mint lockets and accessories were perfect for pistachio pudding. No, mint macaroon. Love it. So we have a mint crystal, Swarovski crystal embellishment that goes inside. It's a little bit flimsy, that's what it's meant to do. So I put the mint inside the mint and I put white inside the white. And I've got this on a standard chain here and I've put this one, hung it on a chain called Brighton, which it looks big and chunky, but it is so luscious. Whenever I wear them, I always get really positive comments people say how much they like it. So zoom back out and I slipped my paper. There we go, take it off autofocus. There we go, and I'm going to show you how to put this card together. So I work in A4 because that's international standard. I know you guys who work in 8.5 by 11, yours is going to be a little bit different. I won't give you the 8.5 by 11 measurements now because I'm just going to confuse everybody. But both sets of measurements for this are going to be on my blog. So look down, click on the show more. In the description bar there is going to be a direct link to this specific project, and in there you will see all of the measurements for this, whether you're working on the international A4 range or you're going to work in 8.5 by 11, because trust me, if I read that lot out to you, you'd all be baffled and I'd quite possibly confuse myself. So, okay, so the first thing you need half a piece of cardstock, cut in half and scored in half. So when I work in A4, I always work in metric. So 29.7 centimetres by 10.5, scored at 14.8. So that's your card base. Fold it and burnish it because you don't want it to ping open. Then my DSP stripy layer. This DSP is striped on one side and floral on the other. So it was absolutely perfect for this because from the one card that I made, I was left with all of these pieces left over. That's the whole sheet of DSP, so I was left with loads left over. But it's beautiful, isn't it lovely? This one's the tip top taupe. So that is going to go on there when I find my snail. So we want the striped side up as the backdrop. And that is going to go on here. And then my white layer, this one here, this one measures, oh, I didn't tell you what that measured. That's 14.3 by 10 centimetres. This white layer, you're going to have quite a big border. I haven't trimmed that correctly. That is going to be 13.8 by 9. Oh, I did trim it correctly. Oh, it's not meant to be 13.8, it's meant to be 13.3. That's why it didn't work. 13.3 by 9. I'm going to change that on my notes. 13.3 by 9. Then you get a big border all the way around. I'm really dim sometimes, aren't I? Told you I'd get confused. Okay, it's 13.3 by 9 centimetres. That's going on there. This diagonal triangular sort of piece here, you start with a piece of card that is 9 by 9 because that is the same width, and then you just chop it off at whatever angle you fancy. So let me bring my trimmer back in. So you can see where I've trimmed, so I'm going to trim from this top corner down. So I'm going to start with my top corner in the groove. There is a cutting groove there, and just off slightly. So that should trim straight. and that's the angle I've got. So I've got a bit left over. Oh, I've got more left over. Oh, I can get my bits from there, can't I? So that's going to go on there. So you want to put adhesive just on the far outer edges. So I'm going to use Fuse because I don't want it to ping back up again. So not down the diagonal. And that's going to match up exactly to your card, to the white layer. There we go. Okay, card for the middle. This one starts at 20 by 6.5 centimetres and you score it at 10. So that makes your little mini card. And then the pretty floral panel over the front, 6 by 9.5 centimetres. So as you can see, the opposite of the stripy. That's going to go on there. Grab a punch, which I forgot to get out. Wrong size. Wrong size. I'm reaching. Oh, there we go. There's the size anyway. So, oops, don't need those two. I need this one. So this is the 1/8 of an inch. So punch in the middle at the top. And then I've got my Tip Top Tape ribbon, which I know is coming to an end, but it's okay because I have some more. And I'm going to cut off a length with big scissors. And I'm going to feed it through. Or maybe I did want the bigger hole punch. Oh, it's painful, isn't it, sometimes? So feed that through. That's the middle part I fed through, so I've got 2 tail ends there, and then just push them through. And it finishes up like that. And don't do what I did with that one, don't make it too tight, because you still want to be able to open the card. Which, yeah, anyway, trim off and make it all pretty. And then that slides in there with no problem, just in there, and then just finish off with some little punch outs. So I'm going to take, this is the triangular bit, 1 petite petal and 3 itty bitty accent flowers. The mess so you can see, and I'm going to put some of the beautiful new thread on. I'm going to show you that in a second. It's lovely, so pretty. Basics pearls, big one in the middle of the bigger petite petals flower, and medium size in the little itty bitty accent ones. And then this new thread is lovely, ridiculously thin. So you kind of, if you want to make an impact with it, you have to cut off quite a bit, but that's okay because there's tons of the stuff. And I'm going to prep in advance. I'm going to put my Fuse on my cardstock ready because I know if I let this go, it's just going to go everywhere. So, look, there we go. So you kind of just stick it down and then make sure the ends are tucked in. I'm not very good with the ends sticking out of linen thread and what have you. There we go, so that's anchored down. Mini glue dots. And what I'm actually going to do is cover up the glue that I put down. And there we go. That is my card in a card to match my lockets. Okay, so the white one doesn't match, but that's because we don't have Tip Top Tape colour. But the mint definitely matches the mint. What do you think? Very sweet. You write little, you know what, you could put a gift card in there. That would be clever, wouldn't it? Very good. See, I'm thinking on the job. And then that one there. Anyway, I hope you like it. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to go out and check out my blogs. And as I said, I will make sure that the specific measurements for 8.5 by 11 and for the British, well, the international A4, all of the details are going to be on my blog. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.